Hello, Princess on a Pillow here. I am here to do a review slash recap with my opinion on Love After Lockup Part 1. That's right, I'm splitting it up. This is Part 1, Season 5, Episode 33. Wait a minute, let me go put on some lipstick. What's going on here? How come I'm not wearing lipstick? Let's pause. Yes, lipstick. Okay, so this is Love After Lockup Part 1, Season 5, Episode 33. It's titled First Time and Second Chances. So let's get started. Let me adjust this thing back here. Oh, man. Problems. Okay. First couple is Zara and Troy. Now, Troy pronounced her name Zaria. Her father, I think it's her stepfather because she looks nothing like him, he pronounced her name Zarula. And I think it's Zarula because I have an R and a U in it, and an I. So it would probably be Zarula. Yeah, Zarula. But hey, what do we know, right? So Zarula, and her family are standing in the parking lot complaining that they need to set Troy free. Free because he has already done his time. So in the midst of them standing around bitching, here comes Troy walking up with a big old smile on his face. He kissed and hugged Zaria/Zarula, and he's happy to be free. But he is wearing an ankle bracelet. He said he has to wear it for 2.5 years if he doesn't mess up. And that is why the PO picked him up and took him to the office just to put the ankle bracelet on his ankle. That's the reason the PO picked him up. So Troy's safe. He was not kidnapped. Everybody thought, where's he taking him? What's going on? Troy's safe, okay? Troy told us that the first time he went to prison, he was 18 years old. He said he was breaking into junkyards and commercial buildings because he was greedy for money. Now, I don't think he was breaking into no junkyard and no commercial buildings. What does a junkyard have but junk, right? And what does commercial buildings have? My foundation didn't come up all the way. And what does commercial buildings have, huh? What was he going to steal from a commercial building? Computers? Commercial buildings have security guards and alarms and stuff. So how come he was stealing from commercial buildings? I think he was stealing from homes because some homes do have burglar alarms, but not all of them. I think he wasn't stealing from no junkyard and commercial buildings. He's a liar. I don't believe that for a second. He said he is overly confident that he will never go back to prison again. Good for you. I hope so. In the parking lot, the father had them hold hands and he said a prayer. Then the family left and Zaria gave Troy the money bouquet. And then she allowed him to drive. And he is driving and she's kissing him on the neck talking about he tastes good. Now, this is me. When people come from prison, they look dirty to me. I want them to the first thing they should do is take a shower and wash the prison away. That's what I think. But she's kissing all over the man's neck. Oh my gosh. So she told him that they are going to a hotel and she has a surprise for him. So when they get to the hotel, she had him close his eyes. He walked into the room and when he opened his eyes, balloons and decorations all over the place. A whole bunch of balloons and decoration streamers, rose petals in the shape of a heart, champagne. She did the thing when it came to decorating that room. She said she spent over $300 to decorate the room. So before they got to the hotel, they were in the car, and she asked him if he was nervous to have sex, and he said no, everything's gonna become natural. Once we get rolling, everything's gonna be natural. But he told us that he has not been with a woman for over 7 years, so he probably was feeling apprehensive. So then when they got to the hotel room, she made him sit on a steamer. She wanted to clean up his private parts. So he sat on his little tiny steamer. And he said he don't think it's for men. He think it's for ladies because of the way it was shaped and it was so small. But then she put him in a bathtub with bubbles and She started kissing him, and she put a crown on his head, and they got busy. And that was Zaria, Rula, and Troy. Next, it's last but not least for this part of the video, it's Shantae and True. It's the morning after, and True is MIA, missing in action. And Shanta is perplexed. She's like, where the hell is he? What happened here? What's going on? She said they had a good night. She said they made the beast with the two backs. They talked, and she woke up, and he was gone. She said he is not responding to her calls or her texts. She said she is pissed, and she doesn't know what to do. I'll tell you what to do. I'll tell you that later, okay? So next, we see True. He's riding around in the car with his sister, and he said him and Shantae had sex for 3 hours, and it was good. I don't believe that shit. 3 hours? Liar, liar, pants on freaking fire. So him and his sister, they go to a restaurant. He said he did not tell Shantae that he was leaving because he doesn't have to. He said he is free and he can do whatever the hell he want to do. He is one delusional bastard. You can't do what the hell you want to do. There's rules and laws, and you'll get your ass put right back in jail. Okay? So, this tells me that True does not love Shantae. He doesn't care about her. He doesn't like her. He doesn't respect her. I mean, all he had to say is, I'm going to breakfast with my sister. See you later. That's all he had to do. But no, what does he do? He sneak and text his sister. Then when she fall asleep, he sneak out of the house like a little creep. And he goes off away. And he doesn't respond to any of her calls or text message. That's an asshole. That's what that is. That's an asshole. Okay? What if he had woken up and she was gone and he didn't know where she was and she wasn't responding to him? She wasn't communicating with him. What would he have done? What do you think True would have done? Huh? I'm pretty sure he would have been pissed. So his sister gave him some hideous, obnoxious jewelry. They go to a restaurant. They're sitting down. They're talking. And she gave him some hideous, obnoxious jewelry. And then they talked about Shantae. True told his sister that Shantae has a problem with looking at him. He says she doesn't look directly at him. And he says she talks to him with an attitude. He said she's too much of a homebody. Then they showed us a clip, I guess the night before, when he wanted to go to the casino or the mall. He wanted to do something, but all she wanted to do was go home. And me, I'm a homebody also. I'm not a casino person. I'm not a mall person. I have no reason to go to the mall. I have no reason to go to a casino and feed my quarters into a damn machine and watch my money just disappear. I'm not interested in casinos and the mall. I shop at Walmart, Target, Kohl's, and them other little stores that's around. Why am I going to a mall where I can spend money, pay too much for clothes and stuff and jewelry and stuff like that? No, I'm not doing all that. And malls are always crowded, and sometimes you want to shoot people in the malls, and I don't have time for that. And the kids and the teenagers, and it's too much. I don't go to malls. I don't have a reason to go to a damn mall. That I don't. True told his sister that he has to get his shit together and get a job because he doesn't want to depend on Shantae for everything. He claims Shantae is his fiance and he loves her. You don't love no Shantae, man. Shut up. In the meantime, Shantae is calling him and he's ignoring her call. That's not how you treat somebody you love. You don't ignore them. You don't ignore their call. You pick up the phone and they say, where are you? And say, well, I'm hanging out with my sister. I'll be home soon. That's how you treat the person you love. You speak to them. You communicate with them. You don't ignore them. That's rude. In case nobody told you. Okay? He told his sister that he does not want her talking to him with an attitude. He said she needs to change her ways. The sister thinks that True needs to dump Shantae. She thinks Shantae is ready to settle down, but her brother still wants to run the streets. So then him and his sister leave the restaurant. They get in her car. And when they were about to leave, he's talking about one of her friends that he was talking to that sent her pictures to him, but he never got the pictures. And then he said the girl just disappeared. He never heard from her again. I want to know what girl this is. I want to see what she looked like and everything. So it's now 3 p.m. He left. When Shantae woke up, it was around 8 a.m. It's now 3 p.m. and he walks up into the house. And he's looking at her talking about, what's wrong? Are you mad at me? The level of disrespect is something I cannot deal with. She woke up at 8 a.m. and he was gone and he never communicated with her. And it's now 3 p.m. You know what I would have done? This is what I would have done with Shantae. I woke up at 8 o'clock and he's not there and I don't know where he is. He's not responding to my calls or my texts. Guess what I would have done? I would have texted him at 9 o'clock, 9 a.m. and said, goodbye, loser. Your shit is on the curb. That's what I would have done. I don't have time for the bull. Nope. What if he hadn't come home at 3? What would she have done? Sit there forever waiting on him? What would she have done? Now he comes in asking her if she's mad at him. And he knows she's mad at him. He wants her to be mad at him. He's playing with her feelings. And he knows he can do it. He knows he's playing with her feelings because he knows that's what he can do. She asked him where he was. He told her he went shopping. She doesn't believe him because she don't see any shopping bags. And he said he went shopping because she bought the wrong size that he asked her to buy, of the clothes and the shoes that he asked her to buy. She said, I bought what you told me to buy. I bought the size that you told me to buy. The thing is, when he went in, he wasn't as buffed as when he came out. So he was telling her probably the size he was when he was 18 years old. He come out now putting on those clothes and his clothes are too tight. So he most likely he told her the wrong size, because how would she know what size to buy, right? So yeah, he told her I had to go shopping because you bought me the wrong size clothes, wrong size shoes. So I had to go shopping for bigger clothes. She said, well, where's your clothes? Where's your shopping bag? I don't see no shopping bags. He said, I left the shopping bags in my sister's car. So she don't believe him. So he reassures her that he's not cheating on her. He told her that he loves her and he would never cheat on her. Then he told her she's too shy and boring for him. Shantae told him that if he pisses her off, she is going to suspend his phone. She told him if he doesn't answer her calls, then he ain't going to be answering nobody's calls. So she actually threatened him. She threatened to turn off the phone. So True laughs in her face and he said, you are petty. So now he's calling her names. He's calling her boring. He's calling her petty. Why is she with this idiot? He's disrespecting her. And then he told her that she hates not having power over him. She told him that she wanted to smack him. You know what? True is an asshole and Shantae is an idiot. So then he got food and brought it back and was eating it in her face. He didn't bring her any food. And I'm glad she mentioned that to him. She said, you didn't even bring me any food. And he said, man, what you talking about? That's one selfish bastard. She needs to just dump that idiot. He's a gaslighter, trying to gaslight her. So they're leaving, and he wants to drive. She told him no. And I'm glad she has a backbone sometimes when it comes to him. So she wants to take him to his PO so he can check in. He doesn't want to go check in with his PO. He told her to get off of his back. And for once, I agree with him. I agree with him. Him checking in with his PO is not her responsibility. That's his responsibility, not hers. So she do need to get off his back about that. And let him check in wherever the fuck he wants to check in and see what happens. See what the PO says to him. So then she drops him off at the courthouse. I guess that's where he has to go to check in with the PO. And he looks like a scared little child. I looked at his face and he looked like a scared little child. He said to her, do you want to come with me? He wanted her to go in with him. He was terrified. And she said no. So he goes in by himself. 20 minutes later, here he comes talking about the PO wasn't there and they told him to keep calling. And he said, I'm not going to do that. But it took him 20 minutes to realize that the PO wasn't there? I don't know. Something else happened. I wonder if he's wearing an ankle bracelet. Something else happened. So they sitting in the car arguing back and forth. She's mad at True because she don't think he's doing what he's supposed to do because he's not checking it. His priority wasn't to check in with his PO. His priority was to go shopping or go wherever the hell he went. And she thinks she needs to take things seriously. He thinks that she has an attitude and she's always annoyed with him. And I don't know what else was said between them because my DVR cut off. My DVR cut the scene. And my DVR was tired of them and I was tired of them. But she need to dump that ass. She need to dump him. He's been out of prison 1 day and already he's treating her like shit. Well, this is the end of my review. Please come back for part 2. Princess on a Pillow here. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.